Welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 11, our second to last lesson in this month. Today we're going to wrap up Drinking Bird stuff, but as usual, we'll start off with our usual chat share. We'll start off with a more silly question today. And remember, as usual, to go find the tasks for U3L11. You can find it under assignments or on the Science2 campus homepage in the weekly calendar. Today's date is the 15th of December. The question for today is, what's your favorite breakfast cereal? And don't forget to say hi and check in with the person you're rooming with as well. We'll come back together in 2 minutes. Rooms are open. Next on the docket is homework review. You just had to make sure that you finished the classwork from our previous lesson, which was the combined gas law ed puzzle, the investigating the drinking bird activity we did, and then you had the reading reflection, which is looking great. I'm seeing 10 attempts on it, but seeing 100% correct on each of the questions, so I'm hoping that was pretty straightforward. Any questions or comments on those homework assignments? All right, then let's see how we're feeling about the drinking bird. We'll play a short Kahoot here. 10 questions that I put together based on this little machine here. Optimize the screen. All right, game pin is 266-2688. As usual, please use your name or something close to it so we know who everybody is.
That's like a whole phone number.
Yeah, it shows you how popular the Kahoot website's getting. I remember back when these game codes were only 4 digits. It's getting a lot more use now, I guess. Start. Remember, the game code is still visible on the screen, so you can still join. Okay, 10 questions. When water is applied to the spongy head of the drinking bird, it evaporates and does what? Very good. Most of you got it, that it cools down the head by removing heat. Again, it's the same way that sweating works, right? When water beads on your skin, it evaporates and it removes heat as it does that, right? It's transitioning from lower energy to higher energy form, liquid to gas. And so we call it evaporative cooling. All right, Harmony in the lead. As evaporation cools the head, the methylene chloride vapor in the head changes to liquid through what? So vapor to liquid. All right, again, most of you got that. That is the transition. Anytime you're going from vapor to liquid, that is called condensation. That's what's occurring in the little head bulb of the drinking bird. All right, Harmony still in the lead. True, false. According to Gay-Lussac's law, as the temperature in the head decreases, the pressure also decreases. very good. Again, most of you got that. That is true. Gay-Lussac's law states that pressure and temperature are directly proportional. In fact, anytime you hear temperature, you can just think directly proportional, right? Temperature is directly proportional to both pressure and volume. The only ones that are inversely proportional are the other two, pressure and volume. All right, Harmony's still in the lead. The methylene chloride in the bottom bulb is constantly evaporating in a sealed space, which creates what? Very good. Most of you got that it is creating high pressure, right? By generating more gas, high pressure in that bottom bulb. Okay, halfway point. The high pressure in the bottom bulb and the low pressure in the head bulb drives the liquid to do what? Very good. Again, most of you got that it is what we observed in class yesterday, right? It drives the liquid upwards, basically by pushing from the bottom. You'll hear some explanations saying that it's actually being sucked up towards the head portion. It's not actually what's happening. It's more of a pushing motion from that high pressure below. Okay, true, false. As the liquid rises up to the head bulb, the bird becomes top heavy and tips over. Very good. All right, I would hope everyone got this one right. That is kind of the more physical mechanism of it. That's why it tips over to take a drink. All right, Harmony's still in the lead. As it tips, the bottom tube rises out of the liquid, sending vapor to the head and pushing the liquid where? Very good. So it sends the liquid back down to the bottom, right? And that's kind of the key point, is that by tipping, it breaks that seal between the bottom and the top, and so vapor is able to rise up and push the liquid back down. As liquid flows back to the bottom bulb, the bird becomes bottom heavy and does what? Very good. It stands back up. I was hoping someone would choose explodes. Would not be good if a drinking bird exploded, but. All right, second to last question. True, false. Applying ice to the bottom bulb, making it cold, makes no difference and the bird will keep drinking. Very good. That is false. As you guys explored in the previous lesson, or you might have seen in the video, applying ice to the bottom bulb actually then would keep the liquid in the bottom. It slows down the evaporation, and therefore lower pressure is at the bottom bulb. Okay, last question here. Applying ice cold water to the head of the bird will do what? could see this was a tougher one. So again, ice cold water applied to the head, it would cool the head faster and make it drink faster. And that's not necessarily because it would be evaporating faster. I think technically evaporation would actually be a little slower. It's just that the water is cold, and so it's gonna, the low temperature of the water itself will cause more condensation to occur in the head portion faster, and therefore lower the pressure more. Way to go, Harmony, Nathan, Clarence, Ryder, and Jake. And it looks like every question was mostly answered correctly. So it seems like we're feeling good about Drinking Bird. Questions or comments on that? All right, next on the docket then is a ed puzzle that you need to complete, all about how the Drinking Bird works. So I'm gonna time for 15 minutes. Again, the ed puzzle is about 9 minutes and 11 seconds long with 7 questions titled Engineering of the Drinking Bird. So 15 minutes to work on that, Engineering of the Drinking Bird ed puzzle. Then we'll come back together to do a little experiment. Keep an eye on ed puzzle, and once it looks like most people are done, we'll come back to review. Actually try in a little experiment that we're going to do. But before we move on, any questions or comments on that ed puzzle? Okay, so now is your opportunity to give some of this a try. Just going to share my screen here one more time for 2 seconds. We're on the final tasks to complete here. Step number 5, Drinking Bird experiment. Whether you have the Drinking Bird toy or not, you will be able to complete this assignment. If you just click on Drinking Bird experiment, it will take you to a Canvas quiz that looks like this. If you do have your Drinking Bird toy, once again, you're going to need to set it up with a mug and some water. You'll also need some kind of timing device. You can use a timer on your phone or whatever else you have. And then, depending on what experiment you want to do, you're going to need a heat source or some hot water or cold water or hand sanitizer or an electrical fan or just something you can wave at it, like the lid of a Tupperware or something as a hand fan. So you'll choose one of those things to do. So then just follow the instructions. People who do not have the toy, you can follow the red text. I have created videos of each portion of this experiment, so you can watch the normal and watch one of these experimental videos. If you do have your Drinking Bird toy, then you can do this on your own, and I encourage you to. I think it's more interesting to do it that way. But basically what you're doing is you're trying to set up your Drinking Bird like normal, and then you're going to time for 3 minutes and count how many times it tips over and drinks under normal conditions. And then you're going to change something. So you can either give it ice cold water to drink or boiling hot water. You can heat the bottom using a blow dryer or a candle or a space heater or something like that. You can fan the top portion, right? So get an electric fan, or just, again, I use a lid from Tupperware and wave at it. Or if you want, you can use hand sanitizer. So pour a little hand sanitizer in a bowl, cover the head in hand sanitizer, and see if that speeds up or slows down. Again, just choose one of those. And again, watch for 3 minutes and count how many times it takes a drink. And then just make a comparison, right? Did what you changed speed up or slow down the Drinking Bird, and take your best guess as to why. And then there's a little kind of check your understanding question to complete. So I am going to time for 15 minutes. Actually, I'll give you a little bit longer. Let's go 18 minutes to work on this. We'll come back together if it looks like a majority of you have gotten this quiz done. Otherwise, we'll come back together when there's about 2 minutes left in class. I'll be here listening if you need help or if you're not sure what to do.